For this video, I wanted to talk about how society has just changed so drastically since I was a kid. So I am 36 years old. When I was a kid, I was always taught by everyone between parents, school officials, religious and societal leaders that you never get in a stranger's car under any circumstance. You always should be wary if people are wandering around at night close to your house or at your doorstep. Keep your house locked. Basically report anything to the police, any suspicious behavior. That's how I was raised. Now, if you're like really young and younger generation, you might not have any idea what I'm talking about. But if you're close to me, like 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, you might be able to relate that things are just a bit different now. So not only is it like more acceptable for people to approach a stranger's car or have people wandering around in the middle of the night. I mean, think about it. Now with Uber, Lyft, and different rideshare, it's not only acceptable, but that's what people do. You just pull out your phone and within a minute or so you order a Lyft. It might be there in just a minute or even less. You might be waiting 10 minutes and then you get in a stranger's car. You've never met the person before. It's probably middle of the night and you just walk up. I mean, you should verify certainly, the license plate, but generally speaking, you have no idea who the hell it is. You don't know anything about the person. You just get right in their car. Complete contradiction to what I was taught when I was a kid. On the food delivery side, or right now, I actually work for Amazon DSP. I mean, I can tell you right now that when I was a kid, if someone was wandering around your yard in the middle of the night with a flashlight, you would probably be calling the cops, or you would at least be making sure that your doors are locked if they are not already, which they probably are. You might be hiding in a closet. If you're home alone and you're a kid and some random dude, is wandering around with a flashlight, knocking on your door in the middle of the night, you'd probably freaking out. I'd be calling 911. I'd be hiding, whatever, right? Now that's the norm. You look outside, there's people wandering around with flashlights all the time. They're dropping off their boxes on your driveway. Heck, I drive for Amazon DSP right now. I've driven for DoorDash plenty of times. I haven't done much of that in the last couple years. I can tell you one thing. When I first started driving DoorDash, I was very weary about like walking up to someone's address. I mean, previously I had driven for Uber and Lyft, so I was very experienced with just having random strangers in my car. But once I started doing food delivery, that's when I was like, man, this just feels weird. Like I'm walking up to this person's, yard at night. And I can tell you right now, if you don't have any experience with like dropping off food or Amazon DSP, the maps are not always correct, especially in my experience with DoorDash or Grubhub. And a lot of the times customers don't leave their light on. So you're going up there and you're trying to figure out if you're at the right address. Your map might not be bringing you there. And when I first started doing this, I was very weary because I was like, this feels weird. Like when I was a kid, this would not be normal to have a stranger walking up my driveway. It may or may not be the right address. And trying to like use a flashlight or whatever. I mean, I was very weary, and sometimes I'd be like making a lot of calls to the customers. Now if I have to drop something off with Amazon, I mean, I got my big high beam flashlight on, my headlamp, and I'm just going right up there like I'm not gonna say like I own the place, obviously, because I don't, but I'm going right up there and I'm making sure that I'm at the right address, because at the end of the day, I have to finish my itinerary. And now that I've been doing plenty of this, I have plenty of DoorDash and Grubhub, there's been like a shift in my mindset where I'm like, all right, this is normal now. I'm just going to wander around this person's property, make sure it's the right address. Okay, drop off the box, drop off the food. It's just totally different day and age. Let me know in the comments. What's your thoughts on this? Are you in my age bracket? Even older? Are you younger? Do you have no idea what I'm talking about? And dude, this guy's crazy, because like this is how it was when I grew up and I'm like 18 years old and I have no idea what this guy's talking about. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think about this day and age where it is totally, absolutely not only normal, but expected to get in a stranger's car and completely expected to have strangers wandering around your property all night long? So let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next one.